Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World and another Let's Talk. So, we are going to talk about the hero system, the new hero loadout, and what I think about. Now, this new hero loadout system was introduced to us in version 8 in Save the World, season 8 in Fortnite, and it is pretty interesting. Now, for someone like me, I've been playing since day one that this game came out. Actually, a little before, because I actually pre-ordered the game. So we were given a little bit, I think just a few days early access, or maybe it was a couple weeks. I don't remember now. But if you guys want to see, I have videos all the way from the very beginning that Fortnite started. And I gotta say, having played from day one, it is absolutely incredible how much the game has progressed. Now, before we continue, I want to say though, it is very important to note that yes, this game is still technically in beta. Save the World is still technically in beta, and if you guys are playing it now, you know that you get that whole early access thing. And that means that the game is still constantly progressing, constantly changing, and seeing the game, and we're going to focus mostly on the hero system here. Seeing the game and seeing the hero system from day one to where we are now has been a massive, massive change. Now, when the game first started, for me personally, I didn't expect us to go this route. I thought we were going to be playing more of like an RPG kind of style thing where we were gonna have a hero, right? Like you could make your hero. You could make your own hero, and as you progress through the game, you could add skills to it. You could change things around. As you got different equipment and stuff, you know, the appearance would change. But the system, because when the beginning, we've always had the 4 classes. So I thought, you know what, if I pick, let's say, the ninja class, right, which is what I started playing with at the very beginning, I played with for a very long time, most of the time of the game actually, I've always played as a ninja, you guys may know this, and it was really because I felt comfortable with it, and the other classes, it felt like it was a lot and too confusing for a lot of things, and I just really like some basic things of the ninja, like the double jump, which now is crazy. um but seeing that and seeing the progression of the hero system has been incredibly interesting. Going from that initial system, like I said, I thought that we were going to be, you know, you picked one of your 4 classes, and then as you progress in the game, as you got stronger, as your level went up, you could change different things. And for those of you who don't know, we used to have something called the skill tree. Now we have upgrades and research, and upgrades is very, very simple. You just, you know, put points into different things. Can you see the, no, you can't even see it now. I was always still hoping that one day we go here and you can actually see up here like which is the pickaxe you're gonna have, and you have gadgets as well. But all of this was set out in a very, very complicated in a very complicated skill tree system, and you had to choose where you were going to go and where you were going to put your points. And I gotta say, seeing what we have now, wow, seeing what we have now is awesome. Seeing what we have now is really, really interesting to see this whole progression of the system that we are presented with now. Now the upgrades and research have definitely taken a back seat and are very, like, much more simpler, and we're much more focused on the hero system and the hero system as it's laid out. And I personally, I welcome change, especially in games like this. Now I know I've played a lot of games, you know, over the time that I've been doing this, and personally I have to say it's really interesting to see how a game can evolve and change, especially a game like this that's in beta. That we know that what we started with was pretty good, and there have been some monstrous changes as we've progressed, and we're going to take a look at some in a second. But I welcome it. I welcome it in Save the World. I want to see more. I want to see the game not only progress from what we started, but become a game that is going to go into the future as a long-term game. And you know what? This is probably not the last time we've seen the hero system change out, because even though the change is very interesting and gives us the one big thing that I felt was lacking with the last system, it still has a lot of room to grow. And the one thing that I really felt we were lacking before was diversity in what we could use and how we could use it. Now it still is very how can I put this? It's still very locked down into what you can use and how. What you're seeing on screen right now is my current favorite setup. I'm not using ninjas. I'm not using ninjas anymore, even with the quad jump and everything, or triple jump, or whatever you want to call it. I am loving this system. I am loving this setup because of what I can do with 8-bit demo there, and it's fantastic. It's wonderful. And I actually will be doing another video very soon, kind of like a second part to my first construction video, and kind of showing exactly what I'm running, how I'm running it, and why, because it's so much fun. And that's the key part right there, fun. When I've played this game and a lot of other games that I played, I focus on that. I focus on the fun that I achieve with the game and my level of fun. And right now, with the hero system and the new Hero Loadout, the level of fun that we have is just off the charts. Because, well, first of all, wonderful update. Thank you very much, Epic Games, was giving us multiple loadouts. We have 5 different loadouts now that we can use. I want more. If there was any way to get any more, even if I had to, you know what? Even if I had to pay for them, I probably would, because I want more loadouts. And that's because of what we have now with the heroes. We have a capacity to use so many more heroes. But let me say this. I still feel like more of a locker type skin based system like what Fortnite Battle Royale has would be wonderful for us. So many times I'm like, you know what, I would love to play as Diecast Jonesy. Okay, I would love to play as Diecast Jonesy or Wukong. I love how they look. I love, you know, I just look at him. Look how awesome he is. Look how incredibly awesome he is. Look at the attention to detail in him. It's amazing. But I look at his perk, and you know what, even though it's great, even though it's really cool, it's not exactly what I want to base my entire system on. And that right there is what I feel is the current drawback of the hero system. The fact that now, before there was a meta, there was, you know what, if you want the highest DPS in the game, you go with this setup. You know, if you, and just like I've said before, making weapons critical. Of course, if you make your weapons critical, that one time, like if you put everything into crit, that one time that the crit hits, it's going to be amazing. You can one hit stuff, you can, it's going to be off the charts, and it's going to be worth it. But to me, just making everything the exact same thing is not that fun. Sometimes I like having weapons that I focus on rate of fire. Sometimes I focus on weapons for reload speed. Sometimes I love playing around and changing weapons to just have fun with them. You know, like I love seeing ninjas with incredibly fast swords. It's so much fun to me. So I like making different setups all around, maybe making, you know, trying to make different combinations of things. So that for me has been my priority in the game, and this new system kind of helps you to do this. Because, for example, I've said this before, if I wanted to make, let's say, if I want to base, let's go back to my current favorite setup right now. If I wanted to base a setup here on Plasma Pulse, okay, if I wanted to make a constructor setup completely around Plasma Pulse, I could. And Plasma Pulse is really fun, actually. But as we progress to and we get more heroes, I think it's going to be really awesome how we're going to be able to focus on those heroes. We're going to be able to get more constructors or soldiers or who knows who is going to give us that Plasma Pulse boost or buff. and you can build an entire setup that's going to be, you know what, if your plasma pulse can reset really fast, it has a really quick refresh, you can constantly be using it, it's going to be tons of fun. You could be running around just dropping plasma pulses all over the place and pretty much just play the entire game like now I know that's not super fun, but you know, it might be for someone. Just run around throwing plasma pulse everywhere. I love that. I love the concept of that. But and in a sense like that, you know what, it's gonna be great for any single hero, but you're gonna be, you know, locked into making your commander whichever constructor has already the highest plasma pulse buff. And that's great, but I still wish that we could do that. You know what, you could pick your skin, like 8-bit demo. I love 8-bit demo. I love how he looks. So if I could make it so that he was my constructor, and then I can choose who's gonna be his support, like who like if I like him, you know, if I like him, but I want let's go to constructors, and I want power base cow, okay, but I want him to look like this, then that's the whole thing of the whole locker and all that. And I would love that. I would love to be able to pick and choose, you know, how I look. And I know that's just a cosmetic thing, but for a game like this where we're also depending on RNG and, you know, like opening llamas and everything, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So I really wish that we, you know, they give us that eventually, where we can pick and choose, you know, the hat we're gonna wear. We can pick and choose how we're gonna look, because it makes us feel better, and, you know, it just makes us feel cooler while we're playing, you know. So I really hope to see that. But apart from that, the actual construction of the system, the actual construction of the team perk and everything else, it's wonderful, because I am using so many more heroes now, where before I felt like, you know what, there was a small little handful of heroes that I could use, and that was it. There was nothing else. There was nothing else that, you know, you could really play around with. You could find, like, sometimes you could find a hero that had a very specific little thing that it could do, but to put that much experience and that much, you know, I said this before long ago. I really, actually, I did say this. I remember saying a long time ago that I really wish that they could give us a way to take all the experience, everything off of a hero, even for a nominal fee. I said, you know, something like 10 V-Bucks or 20 V-Bucks. But if I could pay that to remove everything off a hero so that I could try a different one, it would be great. And what did they do? They did something even better. They did something even better, and they gave us so much more experience now, so that getting the experience is not that difficult, and you can try anything now. You can try any setup you want now. So I think that's fantastic. I think that's wonderful. I love all the setups that people are coming up with and everything. You know, I'd love to make a video kind of like reviewing a lot of setups. People send me so many setups, and actually I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start asking people who send me setups, you know, do you mind if I show them in a video? Because I do like to do that. I don't want to use anyone's content or anyone's idea that someone came up with without, you know, asking them first. For example, Joseph. There's a guy called Joseph. He's really awesome. He comes to my streams all the time, and you guys may have seen him in the comments. He showed me a ninja setup that I'm like, wow, that's looks so much fun, and I really want to try it out. Actually, I need to ask him before I forget if I can show, like, you know, his setup, everything. Actually, I don't even know how he made the setup. I just know he's jumping around using specials all the time. And as he said, actually, can I look it up how he said? Yeah, he said, this is the description he said. He said, this ninja is played in a way that you would get killed normally in the game. It's when you stop killing husks when you start dying, requiring to kill more husks. I mean, and if you see it, it's incredible. Hopefully I can get his permission. Maybe I can put it in the description of this video, or I'll make another video soon where I can, you know, show you guys these different setups. But his setup looks hilarious. It looks so much fun, and you can do that now. You can make entirely different setups, building up around entire different things, and it makes it funner. That's the whole point. It makes the game so much fun. So, kind of comparing to what we have before, you know what, guys? I gotta say, I love this change. I love the fact that they took us this way. Yes, it made some heroes that we really liked before not really that viable anymore. And for, you know, when you had a perfect setup, you loved how you looked and you loved the loadout and everything, that could be a little negative, you know. So now you're kind of like, well, you know, I gotta find a new favorite thing. But I gotta say, I have found several favorite things. I have several favorite loadouts now that is so much fun to play around with. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little talk with you guys because a lot of people keep asking me, what do I think about it? What do I think about this new hero setup? You know what? I think it's great. I think they put a lot of time into it. I'm really glad that they worked on it. Of course, we have so many heroes, so many different setups. Of course, there's gonna be, you know, certain bugs and stuff. And maybe you find a setup that is fantastic, and then they're like, whoa, that's a little too OP. They're gonna rebalance it. And you know what? It might not be all that great anymore after, but you know what? There's other setups out there. There's tons of setups. And right now with how the game is, I gotta say this, there are a lot of setups that are overpowered. There are so many setups that are overpowered that you don't have to pick a certain one. You can bounce around and try a bunch of different ones. You can go and do some four-player missions and get yourself a bunch of experience. Pretty much one 4-player hero mission, and you can take a hero all the way up to 5 stars, max them out, which is awesome. So I like that. I like that not only did they change it for us, but they also gave us the capacity to do it. Now, if they don't introduce more heroes, eventually we're going to run out of heroes to level up. And when that happens, you know what? I wonder what we're gonna do. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I didn't really jump in too much into the previous system, but if you guys want to look it out, I have a couple of videos out there, you know, different loadouts that I had. Pretty much just a ninja and a soldier loadout. I gotta say, being totally honest, I never played a constructor in the previous. Before version 8, I never played a constructor. I had a farming outlander. I kind of had a Teddy outlander that I was working on. I had a couple of soldiers, a healing soldier and a damage soldier, and I had a few ninja setups based around swords. But that was it. Now I'm just having so much fun. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me know down the comments, what do you guys think of the new hero setup? If you guys want to share some of your favorite setups with me, or something that you may have come up, you know what, you can send me on Twitter. You can send me a message, or you know, you can send me an email. I'll leave down below both my email and my Twitter if you guys want to share it. And if you guys want to, you know, if you don't mind me showing it to you guys, or showing, you know, if you came up with something really original or different, because that's the whole point too, finding different original setups. It's wonderful, you know. And yeah, if you come up with something original, please let me know so I can give you credit, because it's really cool. It's really cool when we as a community come together and share different setups and just have fun with this awesome game. So thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. I will be putting out some more hero setups. I actually have so many hero setups to work on, and I'll be releasing them, and let me know what you guys think. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.